And everyone recognizes that we are unable to do it. If the righteousness that God requires is absolute perfection, then put up your hand if you think you have a chance. If He requires perfection to stand before Him, how is that possible? Because remember, the prophet says in Isaiah 64, he says, all of our righteous acts are just like filthy rags. So that even our best stuff is messed up too. So that all of our best endeavors are soiled by sin as well. Thus making the predicament so phenomenally grave. We stand condemned because of the sins we've committed. Our lies and our arrogances and our jealousies and our stuff. We stand condemned because of the things we have omitted. All the things that we might have done and we failed to do, and we knew we should, and we couldn't or we didn't. We are absolutely culpable before God on the basis of what we say and on the basis of what we do, and actually on the basis of what we are. If you turn over a page, if your Bible is open, in Romans chapter 3, Paul says, what shall we conclude then? Are we any better? Now he's talking about the Jewish people in relationship to the Gentiles. Are we any better? Not at all. We've already made the charge that Jews and Gentiles alike are all under sin. And then he quotes the Old Testament. There's no one righteous, not even one. There's no one who understands, no one who seeks God. All have turned away. They have together become worthless. Now, I won't digress now and talk about how you work this verse into the idea of seeker-sensitive worship. But the fact of the matter is that if you go out into society, the notion is, and it's portrayed in the media, that somehow or another the world is all wandering around looking for God. No, it isn't. The world is all running away from God. If you listen to that kind of thing, you would think that what happened in the Garden of Eden was that Adam and Eve were going around going, hello, hello, we're looking for you, where are you? We're trying to find you, God. And in actual fact, it's not. They are hiding, and it is God who comes looking for them. There is none righteous. Nobody. There is none who understands. That's why apologetics, incidentally, for which we are thankful, and especially the proponents of the same and the benefits we've derived from their books, that's why apologetics at the end of the day can only unsettle the worldview of those with whom we're talking. It cannot lead them to Christ. There is no intellectual road to God. There is no one that is righteous, and there is a righteousness that God requires. There is no one that understands, because sin has deadened our understanding. And there is no one that seeks God. All have turned away, and they have together become worthless. That's a pretty bleak outlook, isn't it? So you see, the starting point of the gospel is that which lays bare the predicament of our souls. It's not very pleasant. It's not even very pleasant to portray or to communicate. That's why many people in this position don't do it. Because they want to be accepted and liked and absorbed and so on. And if you're going to start where the Bible starts and tell people, thank you for coming this morning, we're delighted that you're here at Parkside, and we want you to know that not a single one of you is righteous. And none of you can stand before God. I don't care who you are or what you've done. In fact, most of you just don't understand. And you can't understand. Wow. What kind of story is this? Well, the law demands nothing less than absolute perfection. A state to which, in our own power, we can never attain. Therefore, this story creates in a person, ultimately, a mortifying sense of sin. It doesn't start with an appeal to their felt needs. Would you like some purpose in your life? Would you like a little joy in your life? Would you like to have certain things in your life? The Bible does provide all those things. But it's not where the Bible starts, with the story of the gospel. I'm not ashamed of the gospel, he said. It's the power of God unto salvation for all who believe. The Jew and the Gentile the same. because in it are righteousness from God. The righteousness that God requires if we were ever to stand before Him.